We thought he was going to die that night.
Her son, an exemplary student and star athlete, tried to end his life at the end of a gun barrel. But he survived with an injury so severe he had to relearn many of the things most people do without thinking.
And he has a long way to go, hoping for major surgery that could restore his face. TV5's Colette Stinger with his story of perseverance and inspiration.
Derek Pfaff was an all-American kid, the boy next door. He got straight A's in high school and owned the gridiron as an all-state running back.
There's a lot of people that are actually big. I mean, you could hardly hear the snap count, was so loud. So, I mean, it was good. It was a great feeling.
He was very kind and giving, had lots of friends. He was a role model in the school.
After high school, Derek got into his dream college, Saginaw Valley State University, and sailed through his first semester with a 4.0.
And then the second semester, classes were a little bit tougher, and I could see he was putting a lot of pressure on himself.
So when spring break rolled around, Derek went back home for a little downtime and to relax with friends and family. Well, it turned out to be a spring break vacation that changed Derek's life forever.
Before I went to bed on Tuesday night, he and I made arrangements to get up on Wednesday morning to go to Ash Wednesday Mass.
Those plans never happened.
Opened the door to his room and he wasn't laying in his bed, which was very strange. So I came down the steps and said to my husband, "Have you seen Derek?" And he's like, "No." I was scrambling through the house and my husband went outside and I heard this loud screeching scream from my husband, and he yelled, "No, Derek, no, why?" And he found Derek laying in a snowbank with the gun laying next to him.
Derek had shot himself in the face. He was covered in blood, and in his mom's words, he wiped out his entire face.
Mom, what was your feeling? What was going through your mind?
I think initial the shock and just the numb. At that point, we didn't know if he was alive or dead. My husband yelled to call 911. We thought he was going to die that night. We're discussing organ donation.
After being on life support and in a medically induced coma, Derek pulled through. He had to learn to walk again, how to sit, and even how to talk. The most grueling part of Derek's fight, enduring 58 surgeries to rebuild his face.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here.
It speaks to Derek's resiliency and overall life force that he's been able to, I'm going to say, endure some of the procedures that he's undergone.
Derek's strength is such an inspiration, even to Dr. Ken MOQUIN, a plastic surgeon with the Henry Ford Health System. He says even though Derek's story is initially one of sadness, well, it serves as a lesson in dealing with life.
And things that Derek has gone through, I would say, nobody ever would want to go through them, would choose to go through them. He chose that path and he has claimed responsibility for it, but he wants to return to normal life as much as is possible, and he wants to get his message out to as many people in the world as is possible.
Holding himself accountable and now knowing there is hope. Derek does not remember shooting himself, but he does remember one thing he wishes he had done to keep from ever picking up the gun that night.
I was trying to talk to someone, get off my chest and feel better, but I didn't.
There's no one else that could get the message out like Derek at all. And I have to tell you, Derek, I am a hugger. If I was there, I would just give you a big hug. Because
I'll hug him for you, okay?
Will you please? Because he has touched my heart and my soul. And I'm just so thankful that he has a message that he can get out. Someone's watching right now, Derek, and they say, "You know what? I'm at the end of my rope. This is it. I don't know what I could do." What would you say, Derek? Well, how would you tell them, you know what? You can go on.
There's light at the end of the tunnel, and the sun will come up tomorrow.
The sun will come up tomorrow.
Just stay positive.
Now, Derek is such an inspiration. He is on a new life-changing journey. He's been approved to get a face transplant at the Cleveland Clinic. Since it's an experimental surgery, insurance will not pay for it or the lifetime of anti-rejection medication he'll have to take. The price tag is $1 million. Now, if you'd like to help Derek, his family has set up a GoFundMe page to cover his medical expenses. You'll find a link in the hot link section of WNEM.com. And TV5 will continue to follow the story and bring you any updates on Derek's progress, and we do wish him the best. For now, I'm Colette Stinger, WNEM TV 5.
And if you or someone you know is in crisis, help is available 24/7 by calling the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255.